afternoon, America. It's currently 4:20, and I'm Sophie Stewart, your host, reporting to you from Charlottesville, Virginia. And today we have a special interview planned with the candidate Noelle Morris of the Green Party. In this interview, we will outline the details of your campaign and what you would do as a member of Congress. And we're just going to start off with some basic questions, and then we'll move on to the more specific ones, if that's all right with you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us why you chose to run for Congress?
I chose to run for Congress because I realized that there was a lot of diversity, and I would like to help represent people of color and women and LGBT people, and to have everyone's voice be heard and everyone to be represented.
Awesome. And what do you hope to change or better as a Congresswoman?
Well, I would like to focus a lot on the environment and how we can help the environment and help with climate change and everything. And we would also want to focus a lot on racial equality and LGBT rights.
Awesome. And out of your priorities, tell us your number one if you're going to be elected.
Our number one priority is the environment. We really think that it's important to focus on the environment and environmental issues because it really does affect everyone, and there has been many environmental negative things that have happened in the environment recently.
It's definitely a very important topic. All right, so what do you think is the most challenging aspect of this position, and what will you do to overcome it?
I guess it would be being overwhelmed, but I have a very supportive team that could help with answering questions, and I could help with listening to everyone and getting everyone's ideas out there.
And what would your response to handling the current coronavirus situation be?
We're still working on that, but for now, we would just like to. We're keeping an open mind, and we would like to listen to what the people think is best. But
And how do you think schooling should continue for the rest of the year?
We should take it by month, and because things are changing rapidly, and like in a blink of an eye, it could be worse or it could be better. So we should just keep looking at the statistics and how everything is. And for now, we should keep schools closed. But if things change, then we will have to see how it goes.
On the topic of abortion, do you tend to side with a more pro-choice set of values or more pro-life? And do you think there should be fewer laws restricting it?
We are a very pro-choice team. We believe that women should have the right to choose what they want to do. And we think that there should be less restrictions.
And where do you stand on healthcare?
We believe that healthcare should be free for everyone, and everyone should get the opportunity to get healthcare, and that it's not right for people to be denied anything.
The lack of affordable and available housing has continued to be a prominent limitation for those with disabilities and their families in accomplishing economic security. What would you implement in order to rectify this?
I think we really need to find ways to raise up money and to figure out ways how we can get people to get more affordable housing and better access to housing, and even though it's not really related to housing, more public transportation and better ways that people could get around, to other things, and very important things like hospitals and food banks and everything.
Yeah. And our next question is, do you condemn white supremacy in all its forms?
We stand against white supremacy.
So how will you address voter suppression efforts?
In any way possible, we will figure out how to get everyone their right to vote, and how we can get people to the polls and to vote.
Awesome. Voting, definitely very important. What will you do to slow or stop mass incarceration?
Okay. We will decriminalize marijuana because a lot of people that have been, a lot of people of color tend to be targeted for that, and they're usually like sometimes will be sent to prison for an extended period of time than someone that is a white person. So we will definitely decriminalize.
And under your presidency, what will be the government's stance on the legalization of drugs such as cannabis?
We'll set out a poll and ask people what they think about it, and then we would like to reflect on what the people think.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Noelle. Definitely was a pleasure to hear your insights and learn more about your policies and platforms. Well, you heard it here, America. Please follow us on all our social medias to stay informed. Our Instagram is CHS Evening News, as well as our YouTube channel. Good night, America.